Tucker Patterson. I live in Situate, Mass. 1930 Model A Ford Coupe. I bought it almost as I had it painted about 15 years ago. This is the fourth one I've had. I've had a two-door, AA pickup, four-door, now this one. It's got a rumble seat, original four-cylinder, LeBaron Bonney interior, stock color, rumble seat opens. Yeah, it's all pretty well stock. Kept it. Try to make it a few shows as I can. And, huh?
Except your alternator.
Yeah, we won't talk about the alternator, but.
Hi, I'm Frank Nash from Situate, Massachusetts. This is my 1927 Nash. I've owned it for about 15 years. I bought it when I actually got it was a pile of rusty parts. I got the radiator shell, the cowl, and 1.5 rear quarters, and the frame rails. The rest I made by hand. It has a small block Chevy and a 5-speed transmission for the drivetrain, Cadillac rear end, and it has a stainless steel independent front suspension. And it has a somewhat custom interior. I have seats from a 2000 Buick and interior that I made. The hood ornament is from a 1950s Nash. A friend of mine, Al Kozlowski, had it in his garage, and one day he came over to me and handed it to me and said, "You'll know what to do with this." So I did. I mounted her right on the hood, and she's been there for about 4 years now.
Good afternoon, sports fans. This is a 47 Studebaker Commander Land Cruiser. It came out in late 46 as the first new body design after World War II. Yeah, that's a big deal, but the engine and drivetrain were the same since 35, so come on in close and you'll see a wonderful engine, the L-Head Commander 6, 90 horsepower when finely tuned. Not much restored in there, although it has been out of the car about 15 years ago for a rebuild. It hasn't been painted since. What more would they like to see? Shall I close it so you get a look at the body? All right, we're closing the hood now. We have the manual operation. Well, there it is. That's the Studebaker Land Cruiser, and we're going to go around the front. Follow me, Mr. Camera. This is the new look. They had no remnants of the old running boards or anything else on the side. Sleek. The suicide doors are what everyone mentions. You can see most cars had these in the 30s, but by this time they were getting pretty antiquated. As we wrap around the back, there's the interesting feature of the overall design of the back. This was because the Studebaker designers had about 6 proposals for body styles to come back after World War II. One of them included a possible rear engine. It was never built, not even a prototype, but the body shape for that rear engine was kept. You'll see a year later, Tucker came out with a similar car with a rear engine. But they liked the body style, if not the innovation. And this is what came out of it. And let's see, the non-original interior, non-original lunch boxes. And we'll close it now. Anything else? All right. It was called the first post-war car by far.
Kevin O'Connell from Norwell, Mass., originally from Boston. The 68 Camaro, super gas car. Runs a 406 Chevy small block on alcohol. Runs roughly in the high 9-second range. It's got the, like I say, small block Chevy, 406 cubic inches, into a Power Glide, into a Dana 60 rear end. And it goes straight as an arrow, runs consistent 10-0 runs in it. We got a new driver for it and partner, Jack Smith, right here, my buddy. He took over driving duties. I went upgraded into my other car on the other side, with the 2001 Worthy rear engine dragster. Runs a 468 big block Chevy, runs on race fuel. It will run in the low 8-second range. It's a good little car, keeps me feeling young. Been in drag racing since I was a kid. Started out when I was 16, 17 years old. Built my first motor in the basement. Couldn't get it out, had to disassemble it. Get it out to the garage to put it in my car. And ran front engine dragsters for a while, back in the 70s. Got married, had kids. That did away with all that. And then finally, years later, probably about 8 years ago now, got back into racing again. Keeps me young. I'm only 65. And it's a good sport. It's a good family of friends when you get to the track. Everybody helps everybody. Everybody's there for everybody. It's a real good deal. It's fallen by the way over the years. You don't have the crowds we used to have. But they're coming back little by little. But you can see us any weekend at New England Dragway. We run Super Pro and Super Comp cars, and we have a good time. And like I say, you'll be looking for Jackie in the Camaro. He'll be out there doing his 10-second runs, and we're running the dragster in the low 9s and low 8 seconds. And hopefully we'll have a good season next year.